ever drawn. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Feels good to be back. It has been a very long time. I know, I apologize. Life happened, I got busy. I've been doing an internship where I'm making food videos. So I have a lot of video shooting and a lot of video editing. So obviously I'm going to prioritize that first. But finally I got some time and yeah, I am coming on Korean TV. That is happening. That is definitely 100% happening. The episode was out on 10th of August on KBS and yeah, there was a whole 50-minute episode on my life in South Korea. If you're an old subscriber, you probably know that this is not the first time that I've come on Korean TV. Like the first time I came on Korean TV was a year ago where I ate pizza and said "Mashita." And I think I got like the screen time of like 2 minutes or something. I mean, it was a TV appearance, but this is a completely whole new level. Like I never imagined that this would happen to me in Korea. It just happened, and yeah, in this video I'll tell you how it happened. It wasn't anything planned. It just happened, and I'm super duper grateful that people found my life interesting, I guess, in South Korea, and they decided to make a whole documentary out of it. So this time the show that I'm on is called 이웃집찰스 or My Neighbor Charles. It's a program on KBS. It's a program where in every episode they choose a foreigner who is living in South Korea and they make a documentary about their life in South Korea, how they're living, what they're doing, what are their future plans, and blah 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 blah. And this time I got selected. I got a call from them. I got casted by KBS writers, and they said they wanted to make a documentary. They wanted to make an episode about my life in South Korea as a university student. It wasn't something that I had planned. I didn't even like apply for it or anything. I just got a call by KBS. I just got contacted by the writers. Apparently they were intrigued by how I was living my life in South Korea. Yeah, it was super fun to be on the show. So let me tell you how it happened, because that is probably why you're here, because that's what you saw in the title of the video. So let's get right into it. So if you're my old subscriber or you follow me on Instagram or something, you probably know that one of my part-time jobs in South Korea is teaching Indian cooking to Koreans, or just teaching Indian cooking. I have been doing these classes for more than a year now, and it all started from these classes. So what happened was, in January this year, we got contacted by this company called Neighbor Yoheng Plus. They write like blogs and make videos about travel destinations and travel and stuff. Apparently from somewhere they found our class and they were interested in my class. They came to take my Palak Paneer class, and then they did a whole video shooting, and they did an interview, and they wrote a long ass blog post. They put the video on their on their Neighbor blog, and then after that they called me back, and one of my friends, they wanted to do one more interview about like our life in South Korea and blah blah blah. So we did that, and there's a video of that too, and there's a whole interview article. So there are like 2 videos and 2 articles where I appear on their website. And one day I get a message from one of the people who interviewed me saying that, yo, there is someone who has commented on one of our articles asking for your contact number because they want to talk to you about something. And I was like, okay, sure, give it to them. So believe it or not, but from these interview articles and the videos, I got contacted by 3 places. I got contacted by the 이웃집찰스 KBS TV show. I got contacted by a new KBS TV show that they were planning to do with foreigners, and I also got contacted by Yonhap TV News. Around in February this year, I got called by all 3 of them, and they did like a half an hour interview on the phone. They were like, oh, how did you come to Korea? What are you doing here? What is like your daily schedule? What are your plans after graduation? And blah 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 blah, you know, the same questions all over again. And I gladly narrated my whole life story about how I ended up in Korea and how and what I'm doing right now, and how I got my part-time jobs, and what my daily schedule is, blah 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 blah. I did the interview with all the 3 shows, and then it was a long period of nothing. Like I just did the interview and I didn't really expect anything, because I mean, I personally didn't think that my life was that interesting or something. I mean, sure, I am doing some part-time jobs that are pretty interesting. I am majoring in a pretty interesting major, and I'm pretty active. I'm doing a lot of stuff, but I think it's what every foreign student in Korea does. But apparently I have been living very actively. As they say, I've been living very 열심히. So that's what they liked about my life. So yeah, I didn't really have any expectations about getting a call back or something. I thought they were just, you know, talking to every foreign person that they meet and just trying to skim through people. I mean, getting on TV was not my goal to begin with, so I didn't really care much. I just did the interview as well as I could, and then I just forgot about it. And then comes May. After 3 months, I get a call back. It was very random. Like, they just called out of nowhere, and I didn't really have the number saved. When I got the call, I didn't remember who it was. Who remembers names when you have just talked to them on phone once? I thought they were from the Yonhap TV news because they had contacted before and they're like, we'll call you back. So the whole time I was like, Yonhap, I'm okay. For some reason, something didn't feel right. So I asked them, like, which show are you from? And they're like, oh, 이웃집찰스. I was like, holy shit, KBS called me back. I was lying on my bed and I got up. I was like, oh, okay, KBS, okay, I'm listening. And they're like, so we finalized you. I was like, I was in a list of being finalized for something, and they were like, okay, so we want to shoot with you. When can we start? I was like, what? So while editing the video, I just realized that I forgot to mention a little piece of information. When they called me, they asked me if they could visit my house with the producer and the main writer of the episode. It was not to start shooting, it was to visit my house, to see exactly where I live, what I do, and talk to me again in detail about my life. And they came to my house the next week, and they were there. They were here for like 2 hours. We talked a lot. I showed them everything that I do and everything. For a week I didn't get any contact, and then suddenly they called and they said that we want to start shooting tomorrow. And yeah, that is how it happened. I was too excited while shooting this video. I forgot a little bit of information. You want to start shooting? I am coming on TV. There's a whole one episode on me. I don't know what I felt in that moment, but I was very confused. I didn't know what was happening. So yeah, I just told them, sure, we can start shooting tomorrow, and I did not know what I was getting into. So yeah, that is how I ended up started shooting for one whole episode about my life in Korea. Let me tell you a little bit about how the shoot went. So basically we shot for like 3 whole weeks, but like not every day, but a few days in a week. But it was a very long shoot. There were 2 PDs or 2 producers. They call everyone PD here, and the PDs, they actually shoot and edit and plan, and they are the ones who do everything pretty much. There were 2 PDs who were with me for 3 whole weeks. They were just following me around and shooting everything that I was doing. So we shot all my part-time jobs that I'm doing, my part-time job at school, me taking classes on Zoom, me going plugging with people and saving the environment and stuff, me going to like a second-hand clothes store. They took me to the Namsan Tower because I told them that I've never been to the Namsan Tower. I've been living in Seoul for more than a year now, and I've never been to Namsan Tower. And they're like, oh no, you have to go to Namsan Tower. They shot me doing the forum. They shot us doing a meeting at school. We have a drone. They shot me cooking food for my roommate and like getting up, getting ready. I have to look like I've just woken up. So they asked me to mess up my hair. You know, they literally shot everything that I do. It's like a 50-minute vlog of my life. I really applaud them to taking on the challenge to shoot the life of a university student, because I live a very busy life. Every day they had to match to my schedule and match to what I was doing, and they were just following me around everywhere. So it was kind of difficult for them, and it was difficult for me too, because it was my finals week when we were shooting this. So I had my final reports and final exams and all of that stuff happening as well while we were shooting. So yeah, it was a very intensive few weeks with all the stuff that was happening. We finished the shooting in like mid-June-ish, and then they edited the whole video, like a 40-minute video out of all the footage that they had. They shot so much. I don't know how they edited that to make a 40-minute video. And then on 1st of July, I think it was 1st of July, I had to go to the KBS studio to shoot with the panelists. The format of the show is like they make the whole video, and then there are like 3 panelists. So basically the foreigner who was casted goes to the studio, sits with these 3 people and watches the final 40-minute edited version of the video with them, and kind of like has like a talk show kind of thing. So they like ask questions and like, why did you do this, why did you do that, oh this is like that, blah blah blah, and then you kind of like talk to them and like explain stuff, and like, this is what I was doing, that is what I was doing. And so yeah, that happened in July. So I went to the KBS studio, and for the first time in my entire life, I got my hair and makeup done. If you follow me, you know I don't do hair and makeup like this. This is my natural hair. This is, I mean, I did straighten them, but this is how I go around. Like even on YouTube, this is how I go around. The whole 40-minute video, I was like this. So I'm on TV like this. But obviously, since this was like a studio shoot, they wanted some glamour happening. So yeah, I got my hair and makeup done for the first time in my life. And guess what? They didn't have the foundation that matched my skin color. They spent like 15 minutes trying to mix stuff up and trying to match my skin color, but apparently they couldn't. So they just used any foundation that they had, and they kind of made me look like a ghost. We did the shooting at the studio, and honestly it just finished in like in 1 hour. It didn't even take long because they didn't really take breaks. They literally just showed us the 40-minute video without really stopping much, and we just finished it in like 1 hour. So it was very quick. At the end of the shooting, everyone was happy. I am very proud to say that everyone was quite impressed by my Korean, and I was impressed by my Korean. So yeah, I did that, and then we just said all goodbye, and then I went back home, and that's kind of it. Yeah. That happened. That happened. I came on TV. I am so grateful. I'm so happy that all these good things are happening to me in Korea. So yeah, that was my little talk about how I ended up on Korean TV. And if you watched this video till the end and you stayed with me till the end, thank you so much. And if you have still not subscribed to my channel, go down there, subscribe. I really try to upload more videos, and now I have the new camera. This is the first video I'm shooting on my new camera. I got a new camera, guys. I got the Canon M50. So yeah, a lot of things happened while I was away. Thank you again for staying with me, and see you next time. Bye.